The glory days of Scottish rally driving, with a MACRAE behind the wheel. Jimmy MACRAE won 5 British titles in the 1980s. Sons Alistair and Colin also followed in his footsteps, collecting British titles in the 1990s, and Colin MACRAE famously winning the 1995 World Rally Championship in style on home soil at the RAC Rally. But now, there's a new generation taking to the track.
I'm Max MACRAE, the son of Alistair MACRAE, and I'm also a rally driver. I'm motivated to become a rally driver because it's just the feeling of driving through a forest at 200 kilometers an hour. You don't get that feeling anywhere else, and to do that as a job would be a dream come true. And yeah, it's a bit of an adrenaline rush, and of course I got the family name, the MACRAE name behind me, pushing me along, a bit of motivation there as well.
How far does your ambition extend?
Definitely long term, I'd love to be a world champion.
How and when did you start competing?
It all started when my dad took me up to a go-kart track in Australia when I was 5, just after we first moved there. And I wasn't allowed to. You have to be 7 years old to start driving on the track. So I came back on it was on my 7th birthday. I said to my dad, can we go drive go-karts now? And obviously Dad he wants to be a racing driver. Yeah, it's just a delight to be here driving in Scotland, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Grandfather Jimmy was close to hand to give his thoughts on Max.
I saw Max's potential as a driver more, well, starting with the go-karts. He was schoolboy champion for 3 years in Australia. The first time he drove a proper rally car was, I think he would be about 13-year-old, and I sat beside him in that for quite a bit and ended up with a sore neck getting thrown about. And I thought then, you know, the boy's got potential. When Colin started rallying, then Alistair started rallying, I worried more about them than I did about myself, and so I've had to worry about Colin starting rallying, Alistair starting rallying, and now Max. So the old butterflies were back again.
It's 15 years since Colin MACRAE and his son Johnny, along with 2 family friends, died in a helicopter accident not far from the house. Having the family back together brings back memories for his daughter Holly.
I feel as though watching Max grow up, both when he lived in Scotland and when he's been away in Australia, you could definitely see that he's got that streak in him, same as my brother. Watching them play together when they were younger, anything with an engine, with wheels, they were fascinated by, and it is really lovely seeing him begin to break into this industry as well. I feel as though if Dad could see us all now, he'd be very, very proud. And for me, I guess, looking at it from a more sentimental perspective rather than a rallying view, it's really important, and I feel as though seeing the impact that my dad and his career and the career of many other people in my family have had on people across Scotland and across the world, it's really, really important, and it's a special thing to celebrate.
So this weekend, the MACRAE dynasty will hope for another step towards a bright future, and soon another MACRAE could be power sliding onto the podium. Mark Mackay, BBC News.